Thanks for coming back to the conversation. We are having a lot of fun talking about plants, the benefits of how to care for with plant guru Paige Tailyn. Paige, listen, I know we want to talk about repotting, but I forgot to get the answer to how often do you spray the sexy plant potion?
So you can spray it as often as you would like, honestly. I have cats, so I find myself cleaning my plants at least once, two times a week.
Just because, yeah.
All the fur.
Cat and fur and all the things.
Exactly. Whereas someone else may see fit for one time a week, you know, it's user's preference, honestly.
Gotcha. Understood. Okay, so there's a special story before we repot this special plant. You called this plant Barack Obama for a very interesting reason. Tell me more.
It's because Barack Obama gave me that plant.
How about that?
Can you believe it?
How about that?
I'm lying.
I know it. Tell me how you really got this plant and why you call him Barack Obama.
One of my supporters sent me an email and said, hey, I have a cutting from the Swedish ivy plant that sat on Barack Obama's mantle in the Oval Office. Would you like a cutting? And I said, absolutely.
Wow.
And so they sent it to me.
And that was one of your followers?
Yes, one of my supporters. And I was so grateful. Yes.
That is awesome.
And it's
what a treasure to have. What a treasure to have.
I'm grateful.
So, okay, let's talk about when we know it is time to do the thing. How do you know? Obviously, my mom always told me if the roots are hanging out the bottom.
Absolutely.
Are there other signs?
So for this plant in particular, the overall look of the plant, the leaves were turning yellow. I took them off because I wanted it to look cutesy.
For TV,
For the TV, but they did have some yellow leaves.
And yellow means what? They're not getting enough water?
It's not getting enough water, which leads me to the root ball itself. When I watered the plant, it didn't stay hydrated for long enough, meaning that it doesn't have enough soil.
And how long is long enough? Because I think sometimes we oversaturate our plants, or sometimes we let them go bone dry. But sometimes bone dry, they look like they're doing really well.
Well, it depends on the plant. So for this plant in particular, it does like to stay a little bit moist. So what I like to do is bottom water it. I'll put it in a container full of water, and I'll set it in there and let it drink up as much water as it would like to drink up.
As opposed to waiting to see once it gets down in there. Okay.
Exactly.
Pot her up.
All right. See, now you have your gloves on, and I love that for you, but I like to get real dirty.
Okay. Well, listen, I was here for getting real dirty, too.
Okay, come on. Let's do it together.
Jeans for a reason, DC Pooh. Let's go.
Okay, so I don't know if you could see, but there's roots all
around.
Over
it. That's the sign.
And this is a sign. Sometimes when the roots hang out the bottom, that is a clear indication, too.
Gotcha.
But for this plant, I know because it's just not drinking as much water as I would like to.
Gotcha.
So I keep it very simple around these parts. I take it out the pot just like that. And you see what I'm about to do?
Yes, indeed.
I take the new pot, and I put it right in the new pot.
Right all the way? I thought you were supposed to put some fresh soil down at the bottom, no?
So that depends on the soil
Because I thought the roots wanted to get into the soil.
Well, the roots are smart. People underestimate. People underestimate how intelligent the root system is. And our problem is we do too much.
Yeah, that is true.
We get in the root ball and we're aggravating it, we're agitating it, and the plant says, actually, I was cool.
Yeah.
I'm fine. And so you just put it in your new pot.
Okay.
I'm using a really chunky soil mix, so it just has a lot of orchid bark, a little bit of perlite, and I'm just gonna backfill it.
Orchid bark and perlite. What's the significance of those?
So orchid bark is a really good medium for aeration and drainage. Perlite also.
So Chaz can see here where you fill in. You fill in a little bit higher up, right?
I'm filling it just around the little size of the plant. She's getting a little hug. That's what I'm trying to do, is make her feel like she's nice and snug in her new pot.
Gotcha. Now, I know you also, we're going to get back to this one, but I also want to get back to when we think something is wrong. Like I thought, like these, I call this from my collection, I call these the twins. And I was thinking they need a little CPR. I thought they needed some restoration here. But you're saying no need for resuscitation on this plant.
I'm glad you brought her in to the ER. I'm glad you brought her in today. But she can go home. You know why? Because she's fine. So what you were talking about is the leaves towards the bottom of the plant just getting really crispy and falling off.
Right.
That's a natural, normal part of a plant's life cycle.
Okay, it's like shedding old hair, right?
Exactly.
But there is one that could use a little bit more help, right?
Absolutely.
My producer Marilyn brought in her plant too, right?
Hold on, we're going to move this one to the side.
Okay.
All right, hun.
So what do we do? Hey,
so this
we're going to call this little Marilyn.
This is Miss Marilyn. She's a Trandescanthia.
A Trandescanthia. I never knew that's what these were called.
And we have...
That to me feels like most people are going to say, never mind, it's not working. Plant nerds like us are going to go, no, but I can make it work.
This is a plant right here.
So what do you do?
What we do is take off these little brown parts of the plant.
Okay.
Because they can go. Did you want to do one with me?
Yeah. I'm going to take these off.
And
before
then-
we run out of time in this break, we'll come back afterwards. But tell me just quickly, what's the next step?
We're going to put this in water and propagate these, grow
And
new
let the
plants.
vine
Exactly, and we'll repot
let
this in a
the
smaller
root.
planter.
Understood. I
we
love
go.
it. Okay, there's hope. There's hope.
There's hope.
There's hope. We'll be right back with more on the hope for the plants in your house that look like this. And Uncle Joe. We're getting back to Uncle Joe in just a moment.